Change your perception. It's a free press.
And I know what works.
And there's a magic.
Financial fashion.
Single sound.
We are what we are today.
That's the problem with that.
We do have issues arising out of our
Return for this new century.
This is Talk Asia. I'm Lorraine Hahn. This week, a sports legend who took the fairways by storm before the age of 25. Tiger Woods has made golf his obsession since he was barely as tall as a 7-iron. His intensity took him to a Grand Slam victory, all 4 major golf tournaments just 4 years after turning pro. I got a chance to catch up with Tiger during his recent visit to Mission Hills Golf Resort in Shenzhen, China. I'll be sharing some of our conversation with you this half hour. Now, Tiger has a fair amount of Asian blood in him. His mother is Thai and his father is 1/4 Chinese. So naturally, I asked him how he felt to be back in Asia.
Well, it is awfully nice coming back, to Asia. Obviously, my mom, that's the kind of household I grew up in. So it is pretty neat always coming back to Asia, but in particular China. I've never been in China. This is my first time, and I'm really excited about it.
You have some Chinese blood, you have some Thai blood. Just how Asian is Tiger Woods?
Predominantly Asian, actually. Majority of my blood is Asian.
So you feel Asian then?
I do. When I come back here, I feel at peace, and because this is the culture I was raised under, really. My mom was basically, was one I always saw at home all the time, and that's the discipline that I received.
Just out of curiosity, how much Thai did your mom speak to you when you were growing up?
Quite a bit starting out, and then I had a tough time learning the language, so she quit and spoke English.
Can you speak any words of Thai?
A little bit, not much.
What is the relationship with your father these days?
We're still great friends, still, father, son, but we don't get a chance to spend much time with each other because I'm so busy traveling around the world, playing, doing my own thing. He's doing his thing, but when we do get together, it's like there's never any time lost. We're still the same, which is really neat.
Michael Jordan is a buddy of yours. Why are you guys so close?
I think we have a mutual understanding of what it takes and what we've had to go through to get to where we're at now in our sport and in life in general. And I think that's one of the reasons why we seem to have I guess, a natural bond.
Like a brotherly sort of communication?
Yeah, without even having to speak, because we know. We've been there. I'm living it, he's living it, and he's living it now. He's back into it. So I think it's just that natural bond of knowing what it takes.
What was the best advice Michael Jordan ever gave you?
He's given me a lot of different advice on a lot of different things. I can't say one really stands out because we've had so many different conversations about some things that are pretty pertinent to how my life, especially getting accustomed to the whole new lifestyle, leaving college and then turning pro.
Did you give him any advice on his comeback?
I really want to make sure that he was in the right place mentally. Physically, he's going to be the best judge of that, but mentally, you're making the commitment to go ahead and seeing this through. If you don't, then obviously you're making the wrong decision, because at such a late age, 38 coming back, you have to make that mental commitment to achieve what your body can give you, and it's not going to be easy. And to make sure that he was in the right place mentally is what I kept harping on him, and he kept reassuring me that he was ready to do it.
Talk Asia is an interactive show, and we like to take viewer emails. This one email is from Pajo in Manila. What was the most important thing your parents taught you when you were growing up?
There's so many things, so many things that I just do naturally that they taught me, and things that I say that they've always said. I think, one thing that I've really have come to appreciate about my parents as I've gotten older is, how wise they really were, when I was growing up. As any kid, you think you know everything, and, I was no different to that. And I had different opinions on a lot of different things than they did, but the way they raised me, in hindsight, they were right.
On a more serious note, how did the events of September 11th affect your life?
It changed it, pretty dramatically. I mean, not in the sense that I didn't lose any friends or anything like that. I think it's a shame that it takes a tragedy like that to wake people up to understand that there's more to life than the little petty things that we get upset at, and the things that frustrate us, things that we think are important. And it really is a shame that it takes such an event like that to wake us all up. You know, I was on a golf course in St. Louis playing a practice round when I found out about the news, and played the entire back nine with information coming in and what it really was, and it was a tough thing to go through for all of us.
Tiger's first impression of September 11th. Now, Tiger has another legacy from Asia besides his family heritage. His famous nickname comes from a South Vietnamese soldier. Tiger's father got very close to him as an army colonel in Vietnam. Here's how Earl Woods described his friend in a CNN interview.
And he was very, very good in combat, so much so that I nicknamed him Tiger. And when Nam fell, I didn't know whether he got out. And I lost touch with him. So I said, if I have another child, I'll nickname him Tiger. Now, if it had been a girl, she'd have been Tiger, too.
When we come back, I'll share more of my conversation with Tiger Woods, and a little later, we'll meet some young people who are finding inspiration and maybe a life direction from Tiger's example.
Welcome to the fabulous new treasures of Egypt. Luxury resorts, warm golden beaches, and the crystal clear waters of the Red Sea. Beneath its surface lie magical coral reefs and exotic fish. The Red Sea Riviera, blessed with year-round sunshine to give you the holiday of a lifetime. Welcome to the land of the pharaohs and all their fabulous treasures. Discover why more and more people are saying, I wish I was in Egypt.
Because here, God's table is always set, and the leopard doesn't change its spots. Because the streets are our malls, and the trees are temples. Because just once you need to say, not another beautiful day in Africa. Because we speak 11 tongues, yet we fly one flag.
Watch CNN for more city forecasts throughout the day.
And for art, for change.
Welcome back to Talk Asia. I want to share with you some more of my conversation with golf legend Tiger Woods. Besides being a great golfer, Tiger's also a pretty good teacher. One of the reasons Tiger came to China this time around was to hold clinics to teach young people about fundamentals of golf. Giving them skills and self-esteem is at the heart of the foundation Tiger launched 5 years ago. Well, I asked Tiger about that foundation and why working with kids was so important to him.
I just wanted to inspire them. Not necessarily from a golf standpoint. You know, we're not here as a foundation to produce golfers. We're here as a foundation to produce better citizens and better kids who will become better citizens in the end. And that's what we're here to do. And we just think that golf is a vehicle that they can learn a lot of different things from if they choose to do it. But that's their choice. We want to provide them an opportunity to go ahead and use golf as a vehicle if they want to, but that's ultimately their decision. We just want to provide them an opportunity to go ahead and participate.
Do you have any plans for these clinics in Asia?
Not yet. No, we're definitely trying to get things kicked off in the next year or two, coming to Asia and doing a big clinic.
Considering your passion for kids, any plans to have children?
Oh, I would love to. I would love to have kids one day.
Time frame?
I really don't know. Whenever the time's right. I've always wanted to have a family and look forward to that day when it does happen.
Are you anywhere close to the date? Are you dating?
Yeah, it's just one of those things where when the time's right, the time's right.
Now, a lot of ladies have asked me to ask you this question, so I'm going to do that. Is Tiger a romantic?
I really don't think so. You know, I enjoy, I guess, doing things that are so-called romantic, but you know, I just enjoy just hanging out and enjoying their company, and when it clicks, it's great, and I think that's ultimately what you want to have.
Here's another email question, this time from Walter in Hong Kong. What advice do you have for little Asian tigers and their parents?
Well, I think one of the things that, as far as golf, I think one thing my dad kept instilling in me is to enjoy the game. He made it fun for me. A lot of times I see a lot of kids, they don't enjoy being out there, and that's a shame, because you're supposed to enjoy the game. It's a game, ultimately. And the key is to go out there and enjoy yourself while doing it. And I think that's one of the things that I've learned from my father, is that I try and instill in all my clinics, is to go out there and, yes, give it everything you have, but more importantly, enjoy what you're doing, because it is something that it's a game for everybody.
Another email question from Asghari in Malaysia. How do you stay so calm?
That's a great question, because this is who I am. I'm not a person who ranges in emotions from highs to lows. I've always been one that's pretty mellow. I've had that knack for just staying pretty even keel. And the more a situation gets intense, the more I see things clearly. And I think that's just a knack that I've always had.
Are you a spiritual person?
Not necessarily. I've just kind of, I know what works best for me, let me put it that way. And I know the balance that I need to have in my life.
How's your back feeling?
It's all right. It's a little sore right now.
How did you do it?
How did I hurt it? I hurt it in the trailer, trying to get my hips worked on, and something happened.
Playing so much golf as a kid, how much did you miss out?
You know, I pretty much did everything. That's the thing. I did pretty much absolutely everything. I got in trouble just like anybody else, and I've done just about everything that a kid could do, but just that I love playing golf.
If you could never play golf again, touch wood, what would you be doing?
I'd have to do something within the arena of golf, whether it's business-wise or whether it's teaching, or no matter what it was to involve in, it'd have to be within the golfing arena.
How would you like to be remembered as?
Be remembered, I think Cal Ripken says it all. Just being remembered is good enough.
And Tiger is definitely remembered by the young people who get a chance to meet him. We'll talk to some of them and see what they learned from the master when Talk Asia returns.
I can change you right.
We are not forget this and talk.
Because here, God's table is always set, and the leopard doesn't change its spots. Because the streets are our malls, and the trees are temples. Because just once you need to say, not another beautiful day in Africa. Because we speak 11 tongues, yet we fly one flag.
I travel far and wide, but there's only one place I call home, Malaysia. This is Malaysia, truly Asia.
Malaysia, truly Asia.
Over 50,000 young people die each year in Europe from alcohol-related causes. Are you dying for a drink?
You're watching Talk Asia, and we're talking about golf superstar Tiger Woods and his following in Asia. In just a moment, we'll be talking to three young people who were lucky enough to get some personal coaching from Tiger during his recent visit to China. But first, John Radler has this report from Thailand, where Tiger's family roots make him especially popular.
Not a bad drive, especially for a 4.5-year-old. Amaran is one of thousands of Thai kids caught up in a golf craze inspired by one man. I want to be like Tiger, he says. When we ask him why, he answers, because he drives very long. And so does Amaran for his age. He competed in his first tournament for golf tots last month and won. His father says when Amaran is not playing golf, he's watching it.
He has 2 full tapes of Tiger Woods.
1, 2, 3, boom!
American-born Tony Michai runs golf schools in Thailand and encounters Tiger mania every day.
It makes my job so much easier when I say, okay, anybody know Tiger Woods? Boom. Anybody who wants to be Tiger Woods? Boom.
Pound for pound, the best golfer in Tony's school might be Arin, 2 years and 11 months. They say he has a natural swing, and when he hits the ball, it stays hit. We ask him what he knows about Tiger. He hits, he tells us. He hits a pig. And to Arin, that's a great joke. 8-year-old Pong Prapan works on his short game. He too inspired by one man.
Tiger Woods.
All these Thai tykes practicing to be the next Tiger. John Radler, CNN, Bangkok.
Joining us now are three aspiring golfers who Tiger coached during the First Tee Clinic during his recent visit to Mission Hills Golf Resort in Shenzhen, China. They are Leonard Chung, Michael Troy, and Akshay Berry. We'd like to welcome them all to the show. Thank you very much for coming on Talk Asia. Appreciate it. Now tell me, Leonard, let me start with you. What did you think of Tiger?
Well, he is the best golfer I've ever seen. Well, he's just so amazing that it seems effortless how he hits the ball.
Michael, what do you think? Was he everything you thought he would be?
Yeah, and more.
Akshay, what about you?
I like the way how he did tricks with his wood and iron. He's the best golfer I've ever seen.
Now, he taught you, right? He gave you a personal show. You've actually got the picture on your lap. What did he teach you about your swing?
He was holding my head.
Yes.
And telling me not to go so far back. And my dad taught me not to bend my legs.
And you've been practicing that all since then, since you met Tiger?
Yeah.
Has your game improved? Have you hit farther?
I've only practiced when I was only 5.
But after you saw Tiger, did you try out what he taught you? Did it work?
Mm-hmm.
Was it better? Your game's better? Michael, did he teach you anything special?
Yeah, he worked on my alignment, so I could hit the ball like at my specific target instead of just hitting at a wild place.
And you've been practicing that?
Yeah.
And it's helped you. What about you, Leonard?
He went through his, how he practices before tournaments. Like, he'll go through his golf clubs they go through odd numbers all the way up his irons to his woods, and comes all the way back down, and then finishes with the club that he's about to tee off on the first hole. So I thought that was a pretty good strategy, and I'll try to use that.
Now, your parents play golf, right? Some of your parents play golf.
Yeah.
Ask yours does, Michael?
Yeah.
And Leonard,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, after the game with Tiger, do you think you could beat your parents?
No.
No, not yet?
Mm-mm.
Do you guys want to compete when you get a bit older?
Well, but probably I'm not looking golf as a career, more as a competitive sport until I go older and I start playing with my boss.
And then beat him, hopefully, right?
No, you don't do that.
Oh, politically correct. Very smart, Leonard. How did you hear about the clinic?
Well, I kind of read on the paper, said something about Tiger coming to China into Mission Hills. And one day my golf instructor, Joanne Hardwick from the Hong Kong Golf Club, called me and said that you're invited to, to meet Tiger.
You must have been excited.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah? Did you get an autograph from him at all?
No.
Oh, he didn't give you any autographs, eh?
I guess as part of the problem is he's afraid of people mass-producing his autograph.
That's true. Michael, how did you get to know about the clinic?
Well, my dad told me about it, and he got me to go.
And were you very excited?
Yeah.
To go?
Yep.
What about you, Ashki?
My dad also told me.
Did you want to go, or were you forced to go?
Forced.
You were forced? Oh, how did he force you? Tell me.
And he shouted at me.
He didn't.
He said, "Why don't you go to Tiger Woods' clinic?"
And what did you say? Did you cry?
No. I said, okay.
Okay. How often do you guys play?
Once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah, probably once a week in Hong Kong. But in the summers, when I'm in the U.S., I play it as much as I can.
In the United States?
Yeah.
You too, right? Who are you, Leonard?
Like Michael, I would play more in the summer, but during school, it's just, Hong Kong is such an isolated place away from all the golf courses. So it's hard to find an opportunity where you have enough time to go and play, because it takes 4 hours just to play 18 holes.
Okay, one quick question to you guys. Who wants to be Tiger Woods when he grows up? Hands up.
Beat him?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Okay, all three of you, right. I will shoot loud. Listen, I know you guys at the clinic with him, but you know, I also had just a wee bit of time with him as well to show me a few things. You want to have a look?
Sure.
Okay, let's have a look. So it's on the telly.
Need camera. It's a little flat, but that's okay.
Okay. I can still play, right?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
What sort of tip would you give me?
First of all, I think you need to get your left arm plane up a little higher, a little more upright. It's a little flat, wrapped around you, and that's one of the reasons why you hit fat.
Okay,
you get your arms up higher.
Now I've got this 7-iron here. How about what about my grip?
Right. Your grip's fine.
It's good, right?
Yeah, you want to strengthen that left hand a little bit.
Okay, there we go.
There you
Appreciate
go.
it. Thank you very much.
Enjoyed it.
All right, guys, what do you think? How do you think I did? Not bad?
Not that bad.
What was wrong? What was good?
The follow through.
Okay, Michael, what do you think?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
For a girl? Pretty good for a girl. Lennon, what do you think?
How long have you played?
I'm not telling you that.
Okay.
I've only played for a few years, really.
But
How much years?
I'd say very graceful.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. So maybe we can have a game one time. What do you think?
Anytime.
Anytime? Okay, it's on television. You promised me.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, guys. I appreciate your time. Leonard, thank you very much. Michael, thank you. And Ashke, thank you very much. Save that picture, huh? Well, thank you all very much. We've been talking, of course, to 3 aspiring golfers in studio. And, of course, you heard earlier our interview with Tiger Woods. Next week, Pakistani rock band Junoon. So let's talk again next week.